So the first time I encountered Doom, my brother and his friend went to a computer show on the other side of town that I wasn't allowed to go to. They came back with a small black disc. We marathon gamed from 8 p.m. until about 4 in the morning when my parents were stomping on the second story because they could still hear the shotgun blast through the subwoofer.
We're in college. I live on the all-girls floor of my co-ed building. There was, of course, also an all-boys floor, of course, is where we all went. So the lights in the hallway had been shut off, and there's horrible noises coming out of people's rooms, punctuated by, yeah, once in a while, and no!
Back then, in the early 90s, my friends were telling me, oh man, when you play Doom, it's so awesome that you get nauseous in that first-person shooter. I was like, oh, really? Punks. I'm playing it, I'm like,
Doom was Doom. It was bloody, it was violent, it was you mowing through demons with a shotgun and a chainsaw, for goodness sake.
It was so revolutionary that it was terrifying. It was almost going into a haunted house, I guess, on your own.
You shot a gun, something blew up into a cloud of pixelated blood, and it was just perfect cause and effect. And I couldn't stop playing it.
It's just that struggle of good and evil that somebody can, for half an hour at a time kind of jump in and put his forehead, against the devil and just beat his ass down.
There are so many people that can harken back to that time in the college dorms or at the office after hours or whatever where they were playing Doom, and we've got a lot of permeation into the general culture. And we knew we could do a lot of things here that would have more of this horror, creepy atmosphere to it, that it wasn't all brightly lit, pure action on there. We could start bringing in some sense of dread or foreboding and areas that people could be scared of rather than just startled.
We're trying to set up a sense of tension in the world, of hearing sounds, hearing monsters creeping around corners.
What they did better than anybody else was the sense of urgency, and everything played into that, from the constant onslaught of enemies to that, when you beat a round, it would give you your point total. Which today's games don't bother with that because they figure you don't care, but what was great was Doom was always about the race to that final red panel. If you have to mow down 30 pink demons with a chainsaw, whatever you gotta do, get to that panel. And it was the ultimate adrenaline rush.
It was really the game that popularized the whole first-person shooter genre.
You are that character, and there's a greater sense of threat when you're playing a game like that. And you look at it and you lose your peripheral vision, you are really immersed inside of that game.
People falling out of their chairs, dodging their head side to side as things are coming at them on the monitor.
What we call is the head dodge. So you get this and this and this as the rockets are coming at them on the screen. And you get the character empathy that is literally unparalleled in any other form of game. Doom was so irreverent and underground that it was almost like you're doing something that you weren't supposed to get caught doing when you were playing Doom. It was no apologies. There was no sort of content censorship.
We had crossed the threshold where people that didn't classify themselves as gamers could look at this and be drawn into the world.
At the end, their vitriol explodes to the camera lens.
No, you goddamn piece of punk-ass shit! Do not mess with that friggin' kid! If you do, I will rip off your goddamn head and shove it so far up your friggin' ass, you'll be coughing up dandruff for 4 frickin' months!
Look, I don't care what you say. If you ever touch him again, I will frickin' kill you. I'm gonna pull out a goddamn shotgun and blow your damn head off. Do you understand, you little worthless piece of crap?
For Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold, the boundaries separating fiction from reality were no longer clear.
She was only 12, she was given the world with every chance to excel. Hang with the boys and hear the stories they tell. She might act kinda proud but no respect for herself. She finds love in all the wrong places. The same situations, just different faces. Changed up her pace since her daddy left her. Too bad he never told her she deserved much better.
Shouldn't you go out and socialize with your friends?
I am socializing, Artard. I'm logged on to an MMORPG with people from all over the world and getting XP with my party using TeamSpeak.
Sharon, where's Dad?
I don't know. He took his computer somewhere to play that stupid online game.
Oh my God.
You can just hang outside in the sun all day tossing a ball around. Or you can sit at your computer and do something that matters.
Last day of the rest of my life, I wish I would've known cause I didn't kiss my mama goodbye. I didn't tell her that I loved her, how much I cared. I thank my pops for all the talks and all the wisdom he shared. Unaware, I just did what I...
Sí, me gustan los videojuegos, sobre todo Doom. Doom es un muy buen juego porque permite a uno entrar a un mundo nuevo, donde uno puede usar armas, donde uno puede como desenvolverse de otra forma que en la vida real. Y en cuanto a si me gustaría pertenecer a ese mundo, no, es un mundo totalmente caótico donde sé que me van a matar. Entonces no me gustaría pertenecer a ese mundo, entonces mejor jugarlo desde el computador.
Sí me gustan los videojuegos. Los que más me gustan son Batman Arkham City, Killzone 3, Grand Theft Auto 4, en general todos los que estén relacionados con violencia. Pues alguna vez, sí, jugando Grand Theft Auto, quise como estrellar a otros carros en la vida real, pues por el tráfico y eso, pues en parte sí podría ser como una especie de alineación, pero ya casos extremos como matar a alguien o algo así, sí.
Me gustan demasiado los videojuegos, los juego en mis tardes libres. Los juegos que me gusta jugar son Call of Duty, Rainbow Six, y de cierta forma sí me gustaría formar parte de esa experiencia que se crean en los videojuegos, ya que a partir de eso se